Hello everyone, my name is Irene Mahoudin and I'm the Science Subject Advisor for Pearson Edexcel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the arrangements we have in place this summer for Edexcel GCSE Science qualifications. Before I start, I just want to make clear that this video is for Pearson Edexcel GCSE Science qualifications, covering GCSE Combined Science, GCSE Biology, GCSE Chemistry and GCSE Physics. If you are sitting exams with another exam board, then you should refer to the guidance that they have provided, as some details between the exam boards will be different. The information shown on this screen summarizes the arrangements that are in place this summer for GCSE Science qualifications. The first point to note is that the Department of Education have confirmed that exams are going to go ahead this summer, but due to the disruption from COVID, there have been some changes implemented to support students. The table shown on the screen summarizes what is in place for GCSE Science qualifications. Firstly, an exam aid, which is an equation list, is being provided for GCSE Physics and GCSE Combined Science Physics papers. This will be provided as an insert in the exam papers on the day of the exam, and it will include both the equations usually provided to students and the equations students usually have to recall. Advanced information is also being provided for all GCSE Science qualifications, and this will help students manage their revision. It lists topics that form the major focus of each exam paper, so that is topics that make up the majority of marks on the paper. This has already been released on the 7th of February and can be downloaded from our website. In terms of practical work and conducting core practicals, some adjustments have also been put in place. This year, we are allowing students to observe practical demonstrations by their teachers, or they can observe them remotely. We do, however, still encourage practical work where this is possible. I will now go through these adjustments in a little bit more detail to help you understand what they mean. So, starting off with the equation list. This is an exam aid which is being provided to students this summer in the exams. The equation list can be downloaded from the Summer 2022 support page on the qualification page. This means that you can familiarize yourself with the equation list ahead of the exams. Although you can download it, you can't take it into the exams. We will provide you with a clean copy in the exam paper, which will be supplied as an insert. A key point to note is that the equation list is for GCSE Physics and GCSE Combined Science Physics papers only. It will include the equations that are usually provided to students in a normal exam series and the equations that students usually have to remember. A key point to note is that there is only one equation list that covers both GCSE Physics and GCSE Combined Science Physics papers. The first part of the equation list contains equations for GCSE Combined Science and GCSE Physics, while the second part of the equation list contains the additional equations needed for GCSE Physics only. If you are sitting GCSE papers at foundation tier, you do not need to use the equations in bold which have a HT reference, as these apply to higher tier content only. I'm now going to talk through some FAQs about the equation list. Firstly, does the equation list only contain the equations needed for the Summer 2022 question papers? No, there may be some equations on the equation list that are not being assessed in the exam. You'll need to find the relevant equations to answer the questions on the day of the exam. It provides the equations that are usually provided to students at the back of the exam paper and the equations students usually have to recall. Leading on from this question, will equations that usually appear in the back of the exam paper still be available? Yes, the equations that usually appear in the back of the exam paper will still be available as in previous years. This is because the summer 2022 question papers were written in advance of any decision to release the equation list. This ends the key points and FAQs on the equation list. I'm now going to talk a little bit more about advanced information. Firstly, I want to take you through some general principles of advanced information. The first point to note is that it should not narrow teaching and learning. Its purpose is to make exams less daunting for you, so you know in advance the major focus of content of the exams, helping you to manage your revision. You can use it to support your revision, but you cannot take it into the exams. The other point to note is that there is no changes to the structure, format and timing of exams for GCSE Science qualifications this summer, so they will be similar to papers as in previous years. You can view past papers on our website to see what they've been like in the past. Moving on to some key points that you'll need to know about advanced information. Firstly, there is a separate advanced information document for each science qualification. So there is one for each separate science and one for GCSE combined science. Each advanced information document contains both information for foundation and higher tier papers. So it's very important that you refer to the correct sections of the advanced information document. If you look at the advanced information document in a bit more detail, you will find that each document provides a general advice section and a subject-specific guidance section. You should read both sections carefully and your teachers can help you to understand it. I am showing on the screen a screenshot of the subject-specific guidance section, which is shown in all GCSE Science advanced information documents. I am now going to focus on some of these points on this section to help you understand what they mean. Shown on the screen is a screenshot taken from the Advanced Information document for GCSE Biology Foundation Paper 1. I'm using this to illustrate how advanced information is presented in GCSE Science Advanced Information documents. You can see that there is a list of topics that the green arrow is pointing towards. This is listing the topics that will be assessed on the paper and form the major focus of the paper. Underneath this, the yellow arrow points towards core practical activities that will be assessed in the question paper. And then there is a third list that the red arrow points towards, which are topics that will not be assessed in the paper, either directly or synoptically. There are some topics that are not explicitly given in either list. These may be low tariff questions or synoptic or linked questions. Synoptic or linked questions are those that bring knowledge, skills and understanding from across the specification. Low tariff questions are questions which only contribute to a small number of marks. Please speak to your teacher if you have any questions about the topics which are shown on the lists and the best way you can prepare for your exams. Now, moving on to practical skills. I've already mentioned at the start of the video that we encourage students to undertake practical work themselves where possible. Where this has not been possible in your school, then your teacher may have demonstrated practical work to you, or you may have watched a video or an online demonstration remotely. To support teachers and students, we have core practical videos on our website that you can watch, and the link is provided on the screen. An FAQ shown on the screen is, are practical skills still being assessed in exams? Yes, there will be at least 15% of the marks assigned to the assessment of practical skills, as in previous years, so they should not be ignored. Okay, so I've talked through the key changes implemented for summer 2022. I hope you found it useful. If you need any more support with the changes put in place this year, your teachers will be the best people to approach. We also have a student page on our website to support students. The link is provided on the screen. The Joint Council for Qualifications is also another website you can visit, which provides information and FAQs for students. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish you good luck with your exams this summer.